What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another episode of the Road to Glory. So lads, I am currently about to go live on stream, but this is going to be another episode. Last episode we did go and pick up Gerald Wallace, and we realized there is one kind of thing we need, and it's a giant. So I'm just going to have a look to see what Boban's price is right now. I don't think I'll be able to pick him up for 7k MT. Okay, so Boban, I don't think I'll be able to pick him up for this amount, but I do think I can sell one guy to get Boban. And as much as I like this card right here, I think I'm going to have to sell Gerald Wallace. So for Gerald Wallace, he's a fairly sought after card. So I think that if I put him up for whatever his lowest price is, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to get, we're going to be able to sell him quite quickly because he is a fairly sought after card. A fantastic card that I really don't want to get rid of. But we did pick him up for, I think we picked him for like 12, 13k maybe. Okay, so he's right now, he's 13,700, so 13,500, and he should sell quite quickly. And that will give me enough to get myself a Boban. And the problem is that yesterday we did come up against Taco Fall, and I just can't deal with him. I just straight up can't deal with him. I can deal with wings. I can just send out some cones on the wings. Actually, let's put him up for even cheaper so that he sells quickly. I can play a cone. Like, there is no reason why I can't survive using a Landry Fields. However, trust me, I cannot survive with without a giant in the team. And yeah, Shaq's, but Shaq's not. I don't think Shaq's quite good enough to match up to those giants. They can still just post up him to death. And yeah, so our team is looking like this right now. Hopefully, our Gerald Wallace sells pretty quickly, and we're going to go for a 12-0 grind anyway. I might actually just go out with this lineup for a game and see how we get on. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for the intro. I'm going to be going live straight after this. And I probably won't be live comming it, but you'll see a breakdown of how far I get in my last 12-0 attempt of the month using a complete budget squad. So we forgot to record the start of the first game, but we're coming up against a squad that, to be completely honest, is not up to much. A pretty decent player, but from what I saw anyway, wasn't anything spectacular. But yeah, like, he kind of hung with me for a while, and that was really it. Like, it wasn't a case of me at any stage being worried. It was literally just me waiting for this game to end and trying to pull away enough that I was able to force a rage quit, which, to be fair, this guy did hang at me for quite a bit. Like, it was a case of constantly getting up a little bit, and in this half-court shot that just went in from DiVincenzo was crazy. Why I took the half-court shot, I have absolutely no idea when I had time to run down and shoot another shot. But as I always say, sometimes bad shots go in, and obviously sometimes good shots miss as well. But in the third quarter, we pull away big time, and this honestly was, I was using this team and I wasn't feeling it that much. I just felt that we needed a little bit more of a spark, especially losing Gerald Wallace and replacing him with Landry Fields. Yeah, Fields can do most of the things Wallace can do, but he does them at a much lower level. And this guy just couldn't, straight up, he just couldn't deal with my players. He couldn't deal with the way I was playing. He couldn't deal with rim run. He couldn't deal with three-point shooting. Couldn't really deal with anything. And then we have got the moment of truth when we sold our Gerald Wallace. So there was one player we were going to add into the squad no matter what. No matter what. Because it is just absolutely ridiculous how overpowered the post hook is. And as I said in my video earlier, and I explained it, basically I explained it on stream why I was going for Boban. Because obviously if you just want a giant, you can throw in Mirsan, but there's a difference with Boban. And especially, like, there is a difference even with Boban and Manu Bol. In my opinion, I do prefer Boban. And the reason for that is, well, actually no, maybe Manu Bol over Boban, but it's very close. The reason is Boban has got extendo arms. As I said in my last video, he is a human embodiment of a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. I don't know, the things from Family Guy, the things you see always outside grand openings of things. He is the 2k embodiment of that in this game. It is crazy how long his arms are. So in this game, we're playing as an overall cheeser, which team is Zaragoza. And honestly, the game started off, I'm not going to say it started off slow or too well for us, but I kind of could tell. You can normally tell in the first 2 or 3 minutes of a game if you're going to win or not. And I actually decided to use Boban In some games I used him as a bench center, some games I used him as like a kind of difference maker, playing 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and he came in and did exactly that here. He dominated on the boards, dominated in the post, and there was absolutely nothing this guy could do to stop him, because I was able to get that switch on to Curry off almost every pick and roll. I'm pretty sure you had switch everything, and that's not a great thing to do. Like if you're using an Isaac Bonga, if you're using a Giannis, fair enough, switch everything, because that could be a very effective way of playing. However, if you are going to be using Steph Curry at point guard, you do not want Steph on Boban. So at this stage, we are 3-0. So it's looking all right. We're quartered away there, so not too bad. Then we're up against this team right here, and I was kind of worried because of how good this squad is, and straight away my fears were kind of neutralized here when he snatched back. So he was snatching back off screens rather than even attempting to go for a peekaboo. And if a person is going to snatch back and look like that and look for jump shots, you know they're going to be very, very easy to guard in those pick and rolls, so that is not much of a worry. And from here on, I kind of cruised this game, to be honest. A game that we went way, way up at the start, and I just kind of took for granted that I was going to win, because this guy was out here throwing bad passes. He was out here just struggling. He could barely do anything. And as the game went on, I started getting into a bit of my groove, and unfortunately he just started hitting a few whites. That kind of changes the whole kind of aspect of the game. You hit a few whites, you suddenly feel back in it, and then you're playing. And we needed a spark, and Boban Marjanovic and the bench was that spark. They, again, just like most overall cheesers, when they are running, unless they're running someone like a Kareem as their overall cheese center, you are not, they're not going to be able to guard Boban Marjanovic. And a huge shot right here for Boban, greening the 3-point shot on the break. He scored 17 points in the second quarter alone in this game, which was crazy. So I decided actually not to really focus in the third quarter, throw him on the fourth, just kind of try to hold our own in the third, and then we continue to just destroy him with Boban Marjanovic in the fourth. And a quite comfortable win. Honestly, a game where I would have hoped that this guy had rage quit a little bit earlier. And fair enough, he was only down 13. At one stage, I think we were up 20. The whole thing was that I should have been good enough to force him to rage quit, but he didn't, and we win comfortably there by 13. So this squad right here, Lin, Thon Maker, Giannis, a pretty good team. Definitely wasn't a perfect team or anything, definitely had some weaknesses. But we started off terribly. We started off absolutely terribly. And I was hesitant, I wasn't hitting shots, I was making bad passes. I was out here looking like NBA 2k18 DBG. The DBG that could barely win 50% of his games. That is literally what I was out here looking like. And this guy wasn't anything spectacular. Straight away, I was even saying on screen, this guy was not a good player. He wasn't doing anything well, but I was just playing so badly that he was able to get a bit of a lead. It's a lot harder to defend in transition. And as this quarter went on, we just started getting worse and worse. However, thankfully, even though we did go down 10, we sped up the game a little bit. Actually, we went down 13. I did not realize we went down that much. But we sped up the game, and as the great B-Ball Daily once said, if you need a good look, take a post hook. And that is what we did. So a big post hook there by Ben Simmons and an and one by DiVincenzo. And while we are still down 9, they were really worried about the post hook, leaving Danny Manning wide open in the corner. And that was a massive shot right there, because while, yeah, he still had the lead was obviously much smaller. And he was kind of playing into our hands. Switching into the full court press in this game really did a bit of work. And I knew that if I was going to be ahead at halftime, I had this game won. The way this guy was playing, the momentum I had, I knew if I was ahead at halftime, this game was going to be over. And just like that, in the third quarter, we managed to build a bit of a lead. Kevin Porter Jr. getting swatted there by Landry Fields. Landry Fields was surprisingly good. He did a great job filling in for Jarrett Wallace. I lost very little putting him in, and the amount I gained from having Boban meant it was definitely worth that switch, going for Boban over Jarrett Wallace. And surprisingly enough, only down 70 or age quit, but like I say, he just had enough of it. His team right here, I was kind of worried about it. He had a few good players if he knew how to use them, that is. These type of teams, it all depends if they know how to use them, especially when you look at Dwayne Wade. If you're playing at someone who's going to be peekabooing off screens, man, Dwayne Wade can be the most frustrating player to play against. However, this guy didn't really, and we kind of had control from the get-go. There were certain shots that I hit that I probably shouldn't have, but I was in control of the game. Like, there's a difference between when you know you're in control of a game, you know you're probably going to win from the very start. And then there's certain games where you can tell your opponent's good and you're kind of going back and forth, you're struggling to get stops, it's a little bit hard on offense, and this was not one of those games. This was straight up not one of those games. I knew straight away I had the major advantage, and Jarrett Culver mini T-Mac going there and hitting a 3. And even in the third quarter here, we managed to pull the lead out to 21 points, which is kind of crazy. But surprisingly enough, he actually stayed in this game. I don't exactly know why, to be honest. I have absolutely no idea why he stayed in, but he did. And look, until they bring in a Mercy Hero, I'm not going to complain. And we are now 6-0. So lads, we recorded a video and we started editing the thumbnail while playing this game and uploading it. Hence why I was down by 13 points at halftime. It was actually crazy. Like, I was literally, this guy was good as well. And like when I was trying to sweat, this guy was, I'm not going to say he was close to me, but he actually put up a little bit of a fight, which at this stage, nobody had put up a fight. No one had put up a fight yet, and this guy did. And it just happened to be the one game where I literally did not play the first half. But just like that, big 3-pointer by Jarrett Culver makes it a 6-point game. A moving 3 by Clyde Thompson makes it a 2-point game. At this stage, I think I'm cruising. I think no way does he have a chance. And how? I still don't know. Even watching replays, I do not know how that was only like an 18% contest. A massive shot right here. We were down 5. We needed that. Like, we really needed that. They were pulling away in the fourth quarter a little bit. If we had missed that shot and they went down and scored, who knows? Maybe it would have been too much to come back from. But a good decision to press up with Marvin Bagley. He goes and gets it right back, and Bagley gets the dunk to give us or to tie it up. Bagley gets swatted here, and as the great B-Ball Daily said earlier, if you need a look, go for a post hook. Even if it does not work first time, it'll work second time. Post hooks, lads, post hooks. Step by 1,000 post hooks is 100% a viable tactic. And at this stage, I was kind of flicking through reviews to make sure my video had been alright, flicking through comments and stuff, but yeah, it seemed to be okay. But yeah, that was the game, and surprisingly, I didn't even realize it is at the time. I literally hit a full court shot. My comment section went crazy. I wasn't even looking, and we went 7-0. And the 7-0 game we playing as a team, I don't know. It was like the worst value team in the game. He had a bunch like Pink Diamond Shaq, like all just the terrible value cards in the game. And he must have like locked in for the cream set or something. I have no idea. Like, this guy's squad was horrendous. And like, I'm not even going to show the game. It was that bad. Like, from second one, I was joking about this guy's team and not even taking this game seriously. Then we were 8-0. The dreaded 8-0 game. We actually looked for a game and it took 2 or 3 minutes. Couldn't find one. So we had to back out and search again. And lads, it happened. We hadn't seen it yet. It happened. We'd seen all overall cheats except the last guy. But we finally saw the God Squad. We saw the God Squad. And we started off the game really, really well right here by Marvin Bagley going and getting the dunk. So, like, I'm looking at this guy's team, and obviously he's got the major team advantage, but I know that if I can force him to play his B game, we have a good chance. The problem is that Kareem. Like, I can live with Simmons, especially with Bonga. I can find ways to deal with Simmons. I cannot deal with that Kareem. Trust me, that is why I'm going to be going out of my way to get Will Chamberlain. Whatever about Worthy, I can deal with Worthy. I can deal with Worthy. I can't deal with Kareem. Like, I can deal with Taco because he's not fast enough. I can deal with Manute Bol, not fast enough. I can deal with Bol, not strong enough. But Kareem has got everything, and he's just the one player that, with this budget squad, I cannot deal with. I can put Bagley on to maybe contain, but that's really it. And we start off the first quarter very, very badly. We're just kind of shook. We're shook. It's our first time. This guy's pretty good. It's our first time playing a good opponent, and he clearly better team than us. We really struggled on offense. There was a lot of things we just couldn't do. We went down 9 at the end of the first, and at this stage, like, we were down 9 and playing badly, so I was worried but not too worried. But we went back to Boban in the post. Boban, post hooks are still broken. Even if you do have a giant on them, you're still going to hit a lot of post hooks. So Boban did a great, great job right there. And we're just, at this stage, honestly, we're just trying to chip away, because the way this guy's team is, we are not going to be able to play fast. And he actually, like, this guy's a good player. He was running sets. He was coming off pick and rolls. He was kicking the shooters. He was greening a lot of his shots. Like, fair play to this guy. He was actually a good player. But we started playing. We finally started playing our game. Our defense was locking him up. And even if we'd missed a shot, we had the board. Yeah, we got a 3. Should have been probably a 2 off the board. and a big hook shot there by Marjanovic to make it a 2-point game. And we missed the wide open layup by Marjanovic, and thank God he kicked the ball to Divincenzo, who I finally started agreeing with there. I put on Thon at this stage. Probably not the smart decision, but not a dumb decision either. Thon actually did quite good. And we finally get the lead, lads. We finally get the lead off a big 3 by Landry Fields. Up by 2 points here, and a great lob. So with 4 minutes to go, we have a 4-point lead. Not only that, we have a 4-point lead, we have the ball, and we take the dreaded post fadeaway. At this stage, I'm trying to foul. Like, look, he grabs near Kareem. I'm trying to foul every one of his players. None of them will foul, and they give up an open layup. I was shook at this stage. We then go and smoke a release with Jeff Green. 100% my fault. And thankfully, we fell this time. I didn't realize how angry I was till I was looking at myself there, but we finally did foul. So at this stage, we are tied up. There's 2:41 to go, and we're playing okay. But the problem is that Kareem has got takeover. Game over. I was about to throw my controller, but thought better of it. I don't have another controller, and we're in quarantine. But yeah, at this stage, every time we were scoring, he was scoring, we were scoring, he was scoring, we were scoring, and then happened. He hits a white. He hits a white. So lads, we then go and we shoot a post dunk here with Boban, which was big to make it a 2-point game. And then in the biggest possession of the game, they hit another white. So lads, that is it. I will be streaming my 12-0 attempt literally as soon as Will Chamberlain comes out tomorrow. And yeah, it won't be on this account, it will be on my Nobody Spend account. So if you guys want to watch me play live, follow me on Twitch. But anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.